Bună ziua din nou! Îl avem acum alături de noi pe Alejandro Solano, CEO al Hercesa. Bună ziua, mulțumesc că sunteți alături de noi. Hello, thank you for joining us today. We're switching to English.
Hello, Bogdan. Thanks for having me today.
And I'm going to ask you directly, what are your plans now for Romania? In which areas and projects does Hercesa invest right now?
So currently, at the moment, we are focused in the city of Bucharest. We have been developing projects there since 2004, and Bucharest, Romania, is for us one of the most important residential markets, together with Spain. And at the moment, we are developing two projects. One is Vivienda Residencias, and the other one is Estelaris Residencias. One is located in Cartier Titan, and the other one is in Ghencea. Also, we have been managing Hotel Cismigiu since its opening in 2012. So that would be our third project.
And how much money do you invest in these projects?
Well, I mean, since we started investing in Romania, we have probably invested more than 250 million euros. And each phase we launch, I would say we invest minimum 20 million euros, and we have been constantly launching phases since the crisis ended in 2012, 13, let's say. Every year 2 or 3 phases. So it's a good rhythm. I mean, we are very happy with the market in Romania. We believe it's still a young market. It has presented a lot of opportunities for us, and we are very committed with the Romanian market.
And since you are such an experienced developer on the local market, how do you see the period we're crossing right now in comparison with what happened in 2007, 2008, and 2009? Because in the last, I don't know, few years, we're still discussing about the crash of the market, but we're not seeing this crash, but we're seeing prices that go up, not down.
Well, I think the situation is very different, no, from the situation that we had in 2008. I think the macro indicators are showing that there is not massive indebtedness among the market, no, and the buyers, and also private companies. So that give us a certain security of what is going to happen in the future. I mean, I don't think we are looking at a crisis in the short term, not even in the medium term. I think the macro indicators actually are showing a certain recovery from what happened in 2023, which was still a good year, but nevertheless worse than 2022. No, so I believe that the housing market is gonna behave in a solid way in the next years, because of 2 reasons. First of all, there is a lack of offer, and that we see it in major cities, especially in Bucharest. And second of all, the demand is still strong. I mean, we see that Bucharest is growing in population, that more and more people are moving to the city, and they need housing, and there is a lack of it. So the fundamentals of the market are very strong, I believe.
How many new houses, apartments should be built in Bucharest? How do you see the demand, and how big should be the offer?
Well, I mean, that is difficult. That is a very difficult question to answer these days because of the current blockage of urbanistic plans, no, and that's something that worries us, and that is somehow creating certain uncertainty in the market, no, and we are not able to foresee what the market is gonna how the market is gonna behave. There is the offer is certainly coming from the approval of urbanistic plans. If no urbanistic plans are going to be approved in the near future, there is going to be more lack of offer, which is not the normal behavior of a real estate market. So we hope that this blockage ends soon. Regarding this particular problem, I guess you will ask me later, but I will respond now. I think we are basically in favor of the idea of creating better spaces, no, better urban spaces, no, and I believe Bucharest needs those for sure, no, but at the same time, I believe that we have to give security to investors, no, and that there has to be a legal framework that supports our investments in a way that we can provide those good urban spaces, no. So let's say the idea, I think it's good, but maybe the implementation of the idea is not being the best for investors, and at the end of the day for end users, no, and future buyers, because the lack of projects in Bucharest ends up in higher prices, and that is what is happening, no, at the moment. Prices are rising.
Yes, they are. But for example, I have a question regarding all these prices, because I saw the offer of developers in Spain, and they're not so different. The prices in Romania in comparison with the ones in Bucharest, in Romania. Is it that we are a capital?
Yes, yeah. There used to be bigger gap, let's say, between Western markets and the Romanian market. No, I think that gap has become smaller in the past years, and I think it has to do with the economic development that we have seen in the country, and especially in the capital, no, and always you are right. A capital is a capital, and it offers investors strong fundamentals. No, there is a lot of jobs. People come seeking for jobs to the city. Those people, they need housing. They purchase goods. They offer services. So it's like a virtuous cycle that is generated among all the capital cities in Europe. No, so I agree. I mean, the gap is smaller, and Bucharest, it's a strong economy itself.
Yes, but what about the quality of life? Because Bucharest is one of the most congested and polluted cities in Romania. Okay, it has a very strong economy and it's a growing city. But what about its yields? Is it better for investors in Spain or in Romania? And for example, in Spain, you have experience, you have clearer laws. In Bucharest, like you said, we have the problem with the permits.
Well, I think there are various aspects that you mentioned, no, and regarding the quality of life in Bucharest, no, I think there has been some progress in the past years, no. Obviously, the more people you bring in the city, the more congested it is, no. And I think the authorities and the administration, local administration and other administration, they have to work hard in developing the infrastructure. I think they have done some progress in this respect in the past years, but there's still a lot of things to do, and you can see that in terms of mobility, I think there are bridges, there are highways, there is the Centura, there are many infrastructure development that we have seen in the past, but there's a lot of things to be done yet, no, to make Bucharest a better city, no, and in comparison to other cities, no, the city where I live, Madrid, you can see that increase the building of that particular infrastructure increase the quality of life very much. So I think that infrastructure is very important, no? And for example, in our project in Ghencea, we have seen that the extension of Ghencea Boulevard, not where we participated very closely with the municipality in order to make it happen, no? And I think that's one of those things, no? Now you go to Boulevard Ghencea, it's not finished yet, but it's very close to finishing, and you can see how both the project, our project, and the new infrastructure is creating a better space together with the stadium, for example, no? And you can see how that makes the city a better city, no? And that kind of collaboration, no, between municipality and private companies, private investment, no. And regarding the legal framework, I think it's always a matter of economic progress. I think investors and economic progress is making the country to develop a more sophisticated legislation that gives security to all the stakeholders, no, and not only to investors but also to the public, no, and the common good, no, which is important that the legislation protects those aspects, no. So I think in that sense there is also something that can be done, but there's a lot that has been done, no. So I think I not necessarily see things in a negative way. I think I'm optimistic, no. I think there are some things that have been done, but again, you know, we can do more.
What should we learn from Spain? What do you have in Spain, in Madrid, that would you want to have it here or see here in Bucharest?
I think we can we can develop more those spaces where public administration and private investment collaborates. Okay, so I think that had to do again with legal framework, but it had to do also with a way. So how friendly the administration is to private investors, no? And I think in Spain there are a lot of those spaces where the private investment collaborates with public authorities, with the municipality, no? And for example, now in Madrid and other places, we are developing projects for social housing that are targeting users for rental units. Okay, and we are developing those projects in public land. Okay, the municipality gives you the land, gives you a concession for 75 years, and we develop those projects on our expense, and we build houses that are affordable for the people, no? Because we don't have to pay the land in the first place, and that makes the project more accessible for the people, no? And that's something that the public administration here developed together with the private investors, and it has been very successful. And I think those kind of things is something that I would like to see in Romania happening. No, those places where we can collaborate very closely with the administration in order to solve a problem. No.
Yes, and how much more are you going to build in the two projects? Yeah, you have in Ghencea and the one in Titan.
In Titan. See, yeah, I mean in Vivenda Residencias we have developed so far closely 1,000 units. Okay, we have delivered them, and we still have another 450 units to develop. In Ghencea project, we are now developing the first 129 units, which are 80% sold, and we have land to develop more than 4,500 units. So we still have a long way to go in the Ghencea project, also in Vivenda. And we don't discard making other investments in other locations in order to generate a third project, because as I said in the beginning, we are very committed with the Romanian market. We like the way it's generating opportunities for us.
Do you plan special amenities, in the two projects? I don't know, with 4,500 new apartments. I don't know, a kindergarten or a school, a private school, a public school.
Yes, in both projects we have, and this of course has been also a conversation with the municipality. No, we have reserved space in both projects in order to provide with services to the people. No, in both projects we have space for a gradinica and also a primary school. We also have a space reserved for a supermarket, and of course together with these basic services, no, we provide with green areas, with sports court and other amenities that better the quality of the life of the people in our projects.
Are you looking for land for the third project? Is it going to be a residential, a mixed one, or maybe something from maybe a hotel?
I think we are more focused in residential. I would like to see that happening in the near future for sure. I mean, we are analyzing opportunities. Of course, it's difficult to analyze those opportunities without a future, a clear future of what's going to happen with permitting, urbanistic permitting in the city of Bucharest. But yes, we are analyzing opportunities. That we are more focused on the residential projects. We keep an eye very closely to the industrial market in Spain. We are one of the major developers of industrial land as well, because we implemented the diversification strategy of our business in starting 2004, and we invested a lot in industrial land. So we keep an eye also in Romania for that particular market, because we think there might be some opportunities happening in the future, of course.
In a matter of months, years, before you invest in industrial, in logistics?
It very much depends on the opportunities, no? But I think we have a long-term view here. So it's a matter of finding the right opportunity rather than investing in the next month, no? So we analyze opportunities thinking of a long-term period, no? And for that reason, I think that necessarily means that the investment will happen when we find the right land, not necessarily in the next 6 months, no?
Why should someone invest in Romania? Because every day we see ads to invest in Spain, to invest in Dubai. In your opinion, why should someone invest in Romania?
Well, first of all, I think we see, and I'm talking now about the real estate market. I think the real estate market is still a young market. No, it's not mature as it could be in Madrid. No, there is competition, of course. There are major developers operating in the Romanian market. There is a strong demand, but I think there is still a long way to go until we see a fully mature market, no? And I think that's one of the reasons. There's still room for more investment coming to Romania for the real estate market, and I think for other markets. It's a common characteristic of the Romanian economy, no? The markets are not yet fully developed. Second of all, I think there is a context and a legal framework that is helping private companies to invest. There is safety, there is security in the investments. The legal framework works more or less, and I think that is something that is better than in other countries, no? From the near Romania, no? And I think those are the major things that are attractive from Romanian market, no?
And what about the hotel market in Romania? Are you happy with Hotel Cismigiu? Do you plan to sell it? Were you a role model for other investors to invest in to buy old buildings and renovate and consolidate them?
Well, the hotel market is behaving very well in the past 2 years. We are happy how things recovered from the pandemic, and that's a relief, because the situation during the pandemic times was very critical, for us. It's the same analysis as with the real estate market. I think the market is still young. Every year we see new hotels opening in Bucharest. It's becoming competitive. I think it's a strong market. But yeah, we are very happy. We have been operating Hotel Cismigiu in 2012. Every year, except for the 2 years of the pandemic, we have been increasing in occupancy and ADR. And I think we offer a great value for money in a great location, and especially in such a nice building as it is Hotel Cismigiu, a historic building located in the city center of Bucharest. I don't think we will invest more in the hotel market. We are satisfied with our investment in Hotel Cismigiu. But still, I mean, it's great to be there and to operate one of the nicest hotels in the city.
Have you discussed with other investors? Because in the last few years, we saw an explosion of demand for old buildings that are being transformed in high-end luxury or hotels.
No, we are not really interested in selling the building. We are very happy with our investment. Our company does have a good portfolio of rental income properties, and we would like to extend it, not to make it smaller. So we are happy the way we are.
So you don't plan an exit from Romania?
No, not at all. Not at all.
How do you see overall this year in the residential market in Romania and in Bucharest?
Well, I think the market at the end of we had like a sweet sour situation at the end of 2023 with the raise of interest rates. The interest rates impact the housing market dramatically, because most of the people that buy houses, they do it with loans, and also it does impact the profitability of investors that also take loans to make those investments, and that generated let's say it has slowed the rhythm towards the end of 2023. I think in 2024 it's clear that the interest rates are going to either keep stable or go down. So I think the market is reacting to this, and we see the market is behaving very strong. very strongly in the first quarter of 2024, and that I can see that in our 2 projects where we are selling at a very good rhythm. No, so I think we will see that situation continuing. Excuse me, continuing along 2024, and I think at the end of the year we will see a year with very good results compared to what we saw in 2023.
I understand. Okay, Alejandro, thank you very much for the interview. Looking forward to see your next projects and the continuation of the current ones.
Well, thank you very much, Bogdan, for having me, and thanks for the opportunity to speak.
Mulțumim și foarte mult, mulțumesc și telespectatorilor și vă doresc un weekend plăcut. La revedere!